Much calmer scene as protesters echo pretty much the same message. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Snyder.
And I'm Marie Mortera. Today, we saw the second day of protests here opposing immigration enforcement. We have team coverage for you here at 5. National correspondent Matt Galka reports on President Trump's decision to mobilize the National Guard. But first, News 3's Steve Wolford joins us live with what we're seeing in downtown Las Vegas. And Steve, this is nothing like what we've seen in L.A.
Not by a long shot. Jim, Marie, basically we saw a small protest earlier today in front of the Federal Tower here in downtown Las Vegas. This is where the ICE field office is located. About 24 people showed up to demand an end to the ICE raids to deport undocumented immigrants.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
They carried signs and chanted slogans. And showed up to exercise their rights to voice their unity against the ICE raids and the Trump administration.
There's no longer this good quality of life here. I don't think that there's good jobs available for us. I don't think that there's really a future. I think climate change is right around the corner, and I think that we all have to stand up for each other, and that means standing up for people in a more vulnerable position than me.
My main focus onto this is that we deserve dignity, not cages, respect, not raids. Because behind every door ICE breaks, there's a story of survival.
And Lydia Hernandez made it clear she is not on board with what's happening in L.A.
Unfortunately, some people take it up to that level. Not everybody wants that. We don't want that. We just want to make our presence known that we're here for our equal rights.
From the Federal Tower, the protesters marched past City Hall, then to Fremont Street. ACLU Nevada attorney Jacob Valentine says keeping it peaceful means protesters and police respect the constitutional boundaries.
I think as long as people are still allowed, they continue allowing people to protest, they continue following the rules that are in place and don't make their own, and they keep an eye on how much monitoring they do, I think.
Now, before this demonstration started, I noticed about a dozen Metro units staged in a parking lot around the corner, but they stayed out of sight the entire time. It's also worth mentioning one of the shots you might have seen in that report a moment ago. A couple of Metro officers came over to protest organizers before things really got started, and it was almost as though they were going through the ground rules. So basically the protesters got to enjoy their free speech rights, and Metro did not have to get involved whatsoever. Reporting live from downtown Las Vegas, Steve Wolford, News 3. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you for that.
Metro is announcing what's a pretty significant change to its immigration enforcement policy. After saying it would leave immigration enforcement to federal authorities, Metro's now in the process of applying for something called the Warrant Service Officer section of ICE 287G. Technical term, it means it would give immigration and customs enforcement 48 hours to make it to the jail to take custody of undocumented immigrants set to be released from the Clark County Detention Center.
A famous